Not all YouTube videos are made equal, and one rises above all others. The description reads simply, Dinos and Drift Racing.
You going to your old dino job?
It's called archaeology, Gramps. Someone's got to pay the bills around here.
The Kagamuras are a family of drifters. Your brother understood that.
I saw my brother die!
They never found the body! He took the ultimate drift into another dimension!
Fairy tales and magic, old man! This is Dr. Kagamura. Yeah, I'll be right there. Duke threw everything away for the drift. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Where are you going?
If you want me, I'll be in Egypt.
That was a clip from the greatest video ever put on YouTube, Overdrift. A timeless classic from a different era, and a hidden gem with under 1 million views, Overdrift masterfully satirizes cheesy movies while balancing itself as a love letter to filmmaking and the joy of creativity. The end product is as fun and silly as the concept, and the energetic pacing suggests a natural process of writing from a team bursting with ideas. The prologue is only 55 seconds long, and contains enough content to justify a video on its own, while the full 5 minutes somehow condenses an entire movie into its runtime. It is, put simply, amazing. If you have a soft spot for these sorts of charming videos, like I do, then you're likely to enjoy Overdrift. But more than that, Overdrift came to me at just the right time, introduced in the most compelling way possible. When I was 13, most open to this sort of humor and less exposed to similar videos, my favorite YouTuber, Freddie Wong, mentioned that Overdrift was his favorite video. So, impressionable as I was at the time, I was almost obligated to like it, but it stood to reason that I would. The style and humor of the video was influential to my favorite creator, so there was no reason to believe that I wouldn't like it. If Wong had never failed me before, and I knew he wouldn't now. But watching Overdrift for the first time was something of an awakening. As the jokes poured in, and the absurdist comedy presented itself with such seriousness, and the camera moved on to the next scene and the next character with the next over-the-top line of dialogue, I realized I'd never seen anything quite like it. And as sophomoric as it all was from a critical perspective, it was also just so fun. And none of the fun would work quite so well if it was made by a different group of people at a different time. Egoraptor, aka Aaron Hansen, gave his take 12 years ago in a comment with only 11 likes, and I think it sums everything up. Anyone knew exactly at any given time during Overdrift what that movie was all about. It was pure parody. Every line, every scene was hilarious, and it never stopped. It's clear that Overdrift was done on a low, possibly $0 budget. The channel overall is very much the result of a couple of guys having fun making silly stuff. They never even added a custom profile picture to their channel. There's a purity in that, and how unconcerned they appeared with making money or gaming the system for views. It was truly a labor of love, full of jank, but shot carefully, timed perfectly, and scripted masterfully. The joy of creativity is tangible, and I've never seen anything quite so fun, or felt anything influence my appreciation for creators and taste more. The Duncan Bros would go on to release a sequel, and while it was amazing in its own right, it also proved that Overdrift was lightning in a bottle. Something that can't be recreated or equaled by force. Aaron Hansen's comment from earlier was actually posted on the sequel, and the rest of the text is as follows. But Overdrift 2 almost ignores that and establishes its own style. Maybe that was the intention, but I just feel like absolutely everything about OD was completely ignored, and this could have easily been a separate franchise, because it certainly does not feel like Overdrift. But I love you guys, I really can't wait for more. Overdrift really was special. It's a relic from an age of YouTube long gone, and to me it carries some personal significance. But most important, even after all these years, I still find it blisteringly funny. At this point you might be thinking, that's cool, I guess, but I'm not really convinced. I'm not expecting you to be. If there's anything I hope the first part of this video did succeed in convincing you of, it's that I like Overdrift. In honesty, my intention here wasn't to argue that Overdrift is the best video on YouTube. I mean, it is to me, but there's no good objective measure of this, and while I love this sort of comedy, you may hate it. That's fine. I could have analyzed Overdrift more closely if I wanted to, but I can't do that without spoiling the rest of the story, And at that point, there would be no reason for you to watch the video yourself. Half of the fun is in the discovery, and the best thing I can hope for is to let you discover this video. Overdrift being my favorite is inconsequential. I could have switched it out with any other video that I love, and it would have been equally effective, because unless you and I have matching taste, all you'll hear is some guy going on about something he likes. That's fine too. I think there's value in that. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at with this video in the end. That we can't force our taste on anybody, and we can't quantify it either. We can only demonstrate our passion and try to appreciate others when they demonstrate theirs. Why did you click on this video? You probably weren't expecting me to present a be-all end-all best video of all time. You knew going into it that tastes and opinions are too personal for that. And since I only gave the name of the video in the title, you probably didn't go into this with a great idea of what the subject would be like, what sort of comedy it was, or even if it was a comedy. So I think you knew inherently, maybe subconsciously, why you clicked this video. It wasn't to find a new favorite video. It wasn't because you expected to agree with everything I said. You clicked this video because you read the title and thought it might be interesting to hear what I had to say because the title suggested my passion. And now that I've said what I had to say, was it worth it? Did you walk away wanting to check out Overdrift? If not, was this video at least worth watching to hear me talk about it? I'll leave you with a final thought. There are over 500 hours of content uploaded to YouTube every minute. And there are thousands of YouTube channels with over 1 million subscribers. With this sort of output, there are countless great videos which could be your favorite, and they're all unique. Somewhere out there is a video that stuck with you a little more than all the others, if only a little bit. One that resonated with you in a different way, that impressed you with its production quality, that made you laugh the hardest, that represents something important. Unless you've had to think about it, you probably don't know what it is. And even if you do think about it, you might not be able to narrow it down. And if you can narrow it down, you might find that nobody can appreciate what you love quite how you do. That's fine. If you're hearing me talk right now, it means there's a reason to share what you love, even if nobody thinks the same way. You're proof that there are people out there who want to listen regardless. So thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me share something I love. That's the end of this video. To be honest, I just wrote that second half because the video felt a little shallow and uncompelling when I was only talking about Overdrift, and I really like Overdrift, so I wanted to make a video about it. If you liked this, you should definitely subscribe because whatever else I do is going to be better and more cohesive, so do that. The button is right there. Okay, bye.